He said P2B sent him email that he used to beg Atiku. He's the one that recommended Atiku, recommended P2B to Atiku.
Hello, welcome to this channel. There is this video I came across and I would like us to watch it together. But before we do that, please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that. Click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell to keep being part of this. Then as you watch, do not forget to react and also drop your comments in the comment section.
I don't normally do all these kind of videos because I don't, have much interest in Nigerian politics. And I feel that the current politicians we have in Nigeria, they are almost the same, so I don't normally put mouth. But this particular issue caught my attention because before now, I have been seeing this man, Reno Omokri, talking about how he helped P2B, how he packaged P2B, how he do this, how he do that. If I look at this man, I laugh. Now, he was boasting about the email. He said P2B sent him email that he used to beg Atiku. He's the one that recommended Atiku, recommended P2B to Atiku. Atiku came last week and he granted interview to Adesoa. Atiku said that it was Obasanjo that, recommended P2B to him. All right, that is apart. And today now, Reno Omokri released the email that he had been talking about. And this email, he said he released it because of that guy that went to that broadcast with Daddy Freeze and the rest of them, that he almost humiliated the Reno Omokri and exposed his lies. Now, as you can see on the screen, this is the email that Reno Omokri have been using to post. This is the email P2B sent him on Monday, October 8, 2018. And I'm going to explain something for you. And this is what it reads. My dear brother Reno, I hope you and pray you and your family are keeping well. Thanks for all your support to me and your commitment to building a better Nigeria. I have been directed by our Oga to send my resume to you. Kindly find attached. I tried calling you earlier, but to not avail. I can be reached by this number. P2B now put his number for Reno Omokri to get back to him. May God not allow you to employ somebody like Reno Omokri. You know why I said this? This email is not Reno Omokri's email. This is Atiku's email. You all know that P2B was working with Atiku, right? Very well. P2B was working with Atiku, and you see, during the campaign period, every aspiring politician is always busy, talk less of a presidential candidate. And Atiku haven't seen that Reno Omokri worked with Jonathan before Jonathan fired him. Reno Omokri, he talks too much. He's good for, political narration and all those things. He now employed Reno Omokri. Reno Omokri, come help me to always collect emails, help me to send emails. Reno was like an errand boy to Atiku during, the 2019 election. So how does that equals even P2B's ace, talk less of P2B himself? You see, sometimes I don't like putting mouth in all these things because I don't have interest. But Reno Omokri, if I am doing politics, like I'm doing politics in full time, or I'm working with all these people that Reno Omokri is criticizing, I know what I'm going to use to put him down, to place him to where he belongs. Because the guy lies too much. You see, when you are doing your politics, even though you have quarrel with someone, you do what you want, but when you lie too much, your lies will be exposed. This is just barely a month or thereabout after the controversial issue of Lagos Calabar Highway, where Reno Omokri lied that they have a constructed 30 kilometer. You saw everything. This is the same Reno Omokri harassed Tinubu out of London that was saying that Tinubu is a drug lord and so on and so forth. Come on. What kind of human being is this? If this guy is my brother, I will be ashamed to associate with him. Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. If Reno Omokri is my brother, I will be ashamed to associate with him. Because apart from unstable character, this is not how life is supposed to be. Now, can you imagine that this is Reno Omokri's weapon? When I mean his weapon, I mean what he has been using to boast right from time. He have been using this email to boast. I am going to disgrace P2B. If he denies that I'm not the one that led him to Atiku, I am going to disgrace P2B. So this is the email he was using to boast that is going to disgrace P2B. Right. Reno Omokri have a problem, a big time problem. I don't know where this problem is coming from, but this guy has problem. I think Reno Omokri should seek for help. I don't know, he needs rehabilitation. You know, when I mean rehabilitation, I mean it. Whether he should be assigned to a psychologist to examine his state of, mind and mental health, because all this thing is not normal. It's not normal at all.
As far as I'm concerned, I would prefer to have the best president, the best president of Nigerian origin. And if you ask me, if you're going to ask me who do I think will make the best president, I would say, and it's going to upset a lot of people, but I would say Peter Obi. Peter Obi would be an absolutely fabulous president. If Peter Obi were president of Nigeria, Nigeria would be like Dubai in a matter of years.
Of leadership in Nigeria. He raised the bar of leadership in Nigeria. Since he left office, can you believe that this man does not take anything, not even like a penny from the Anambra State government? And while he was there, he was a man that built up Anambra State. Anambra State used to be almost educationally disadvantaged. And then in less than 2 years, he brought them to be #1. He left that state with a reserve. Look, we need people like this. I'm so proud of Governor Obi. I listened to him today and, I was taught, like, do we have fellows like this in Nigeria? I'm very proud of this man. Look at everything that he has touched. He made money for himself in
All right, Mr. Omokri, let's talking about the opposition. Let's deviate a little bit and get your take on recent reports around claims of drug trafficking and money laundering, of course being tagged to the presidential candidate of the APC, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. With what lens do you view this reports? Let's put it that way, ahead of next year's activities, and what course do you expect events to take during the course of next year?
Look, I went to Chicago myself. Nobody told me I went to Chicago myself. I went to the court where Bola Tinubu had this issue. I went to the Chicago State University. I went there, I saw the documents myself. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. I went there. Another person isn't telling me. You see the picture on the screen. I took that picture. If you move to the right, you're going to see me that picture. Bola Tinubu is a known drug lord. He has this man who's meant to be the Minister of Labour and Productivity, or rather say on productivity, who went on TV to try to hoodwink Nigerians, telling them that the charge against Bola Tinubu was just for tax, that all he paid was tax, that he had nothing to do with drugs. That is a big lie. I have the document here. Nigerians can see it. I hope you can see it on the screen here. I have the document here. It actually says, and if you look at it, it says docket. A docket, and as I'm speaking, your viewers can go on Google and fact check me. A docket is used for a criminal pending. A criminal pending. So you don't use a docket for a civil matter. And then right on the very first paragraph on this docket, it says that this is a forfeiture action under section 21 USC section 881. USC is the United States Criminal Code. I will say it again. USC is the United States Criminal Code. Now, if you're watching at home, you can go on Google and you can fact check me. The United States Criminal Code is Title 18 USC, United States Criminal Code. And I'm going to read what section 881 of the USC, the Criminal Code, says. Now, this is it. I'm reading it. Nigerians can see it here. This is what I'm reading. It says, the following shall be subject to forfeiture to the United States, and no property rights shall exist in them. All monies, negotiable instruments, securities, or other things of value furnished or intended to be furnished by any person in exchange for a controlled substance or listed chemical in violation of this subchapter. All proceeds traceable to such an exchange, and all monies, negotiable instruments, and securities used or intended to be used to facilitate any violation of this subchapter. The word used there is controlled substances. Now, for Nigerians who may not understand this, a controlled substance are what they call narcotics, hard drugs. In this case, it was white heroin. Bola Tinubu was involved in a white heroin cartel. And he was the treasurer of that cartel. And then he put some monies into an account. He was working for Mobile. And as he was working for Mobile, his salary was $2,400. Yet he paid in a total of $1.4 million into several accounts. Now, he was asked to explain how he got those monies. He could not explain how he got those monies. So one of those accounts, the money's in there, $460,000. It was forfeited to the United States government. It was not taxed. Now, there is only one agency of the United States government that has been given the authority to take forfeited amount, and that is the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. If you look at the case of the U.S. state, the state versus Ishmael Zambalda, who was the leader of the Sinaloa drug cartel, the exact same language that was used in this docket is the exact same language that was used for that man, Ishmael Zambalda. And if you're watching me, you can Google it. That it says that you agree to forfeit $5 million to the United States. Word for word with what was used for Bola Tinubu. The only difference is the amount. Bola Tinubu forfeited $460,000. Ishmael Zambalda forfeited $5 million. But the source of the money came from the same place, drugs.
Yeah, but let me come in very quickly. So some people who observe the school of thought will say to you, forfeiture is in fact a civil proceeding, not a criminal proceeding. What do you say to that? Also, an indictment is an allegation. And not a conviction. There is that school of thought around it. Does it hold any weight for you?
No, I have a master's in law from the United Kingdom. The man who came to speak, what's his name, Festus Keyamo. And look, the Legal Practitioners Privileges Council, they have to sanction Festus Keyamo because what he did was either very dishonest or very ignorant or both. And you've got foreign embassies who are watching this and they have equivalent titles to the Senior Advocate of Nigeria.
Thank you for watching this video. Please leave your contribution in the comment section and also do well to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.